Okay, so I was talking to my friend the other day, and we were just talking about life and just wanting to be better human beings, but also being better adults. And it's so hard not feeling like you're behind and not feeling like you're not doing enough. And we brought my other friend in, and I have some very amazing, very unique, and profound friends. And I'm going to pull up what they said. And I love the little conversations we have because I always leave feeling better, not only about myself, but better about our connection. And I always feel like I'm doing something right. And I think that's how friendships are supposed to go. And it's so nice to have friends like that. But we're talking about just being alive, and here's what they said. They said being alive is a ritual, while the act of living is a discipline. The status of being alive can be seen as a ritual because it inherently carries symbolic and existential meaning. Life itself feels sacred. Each heartbeat, breath, and moment is a kind of cosmic ceremony we participate in without fully understanding. Just as rituals anchor us in connection to the divine, the universe, or ourselves, the state of being alive connects us to the broader rhythms of existence. And they said, versus the act of living as a discipline, that the act of living aligns us with discipline because it requires intention, effort, and consistency. Living involves choices, habits, and practices to navigate challenges, sustain relationships, pursue goals, and find fulfillment. Discipline is how we transform the raw potential of being alive into something meaningful through persistence, learning, and growth. And it's such a crazy thing to think about, like actually being alive as a ritual, something that we inherently do. And I don't know, being alive as being and just like there, and the act of living is something we're doing, which is action. I know we're inherently human beings, so we are inherently humans being, and humans having a human experience, or spirits having a human experience. But I don't know. It's we forget that we're supposed to do as well. I think sometimes we can try to pick and choose whether we want to be um, people who just are, or people who are constantly moving and constantly changing and doing things. You hear the rain? And I'm not philosophical enough. I'm not meta enough to really grasp it and put it into the correct words and um, the correct way I'm thinking about it. But it's like a yin and yang. It has to be a level of both in order to succeed, in order to have fulfillment. You can't just be, you can't just have the status of living because, or you can't just have the status of being alive because that's something you inherently have already. We have to, in order to fulfill the ritual, we have to, in order to fulfill the ritual of being alive, we have to take into account the act of living. In order to be, in order to fulfill that need and fulfill that level of gratitude, we have to live, and we have to not be afraid of looking weird or looking stupid compared to others. And like, living is a responsibility. Living is something we should do, and having discipline and being disciplined is a responsibility. It's something you innately make yourself responsible for. And the status of being alive is a gift, and that's inherently what a ritual is, a gift that you continuously pass along and you continuously are there for. It's weird. It's like a ritual reflects being, and being is just, it's more passive, and discipline reflects doing, which is more active. And those inherently go together. You can't have one without the other, or you will be off kilter, off balance. Just something to think about.